discuss all of that with Sanjiv Bhasin. Sanjiv, hi, good morning. What appetite for Vodafone FPO, Sanjiv? And you've got conviction on this stock for not just now, for a long while now, and even Bharti participating in this move.
Yes, good morning, Aisha, and well and truly on our way to an expiry of 22,500, which last Wednesday looked very, very distant. Voda Idea is no longer the ugly duckling. It has become a sparkling new swan, and the infusion is going to see the AB group companies go through the roof. And now the valuation discount is actually coming up, and that is why I would now give you my top pick for this year again after Voda Idea is a group company, ABFRL. I think we are headed for much better times. As you know, the fashion brigade is playing out to that hilt. You can't have a market cap of 25,000 crore for ABFRL versus a 1.5 lakh on Trent. And I think that valuation core is now being discounted. For me, the stock in the near term, in the medium term, and in the longer term is going to be ABFRL after Vodafone.
Of course, today you've got Axis Bank, which is due to deliver its numbers as well. Sanjiv, what is it that you make of the private banking space right now? Because, start of the year, everyone was very gung-ho about private banks making a comeback, while HDFC Bank definitely has rebound from that, 1360 thereabout lows. But again, the numbers have failed to enthuse the street, and I don't know what to expect from Axis today.
Yeah, Aisha, just to come to Axis, before that, I'll give you a point that you yourself have highlighted Indus Tower sale, stake sale of Idea of Voda into, which can again infuse more capital into, the parent company. That, along with the government being fully backing Voda Idea, makes it a very, very strong and entity for the next, maybe this year and beyond. And then ARPUs and others will catch up. I think Voda Idea and the group companies are looking in the best shape ever, and capital is now going to be the actually icing on the cake. On Axis, I think it will be very, very strong numbers, given that the City acquisition has played out well, and they had to do a couple of adjustments for that as one-offs. This quarter should be strong on the NIMS, NAM, and the net interest income. See, rising yields and higher rates have also seen higher credit offtake. And I think that the private banks are not compromised as far as reducing, their liability franchise or raising rates on the borrowing side, and that has played out well. HDFC has been a standout as far as maintaining that. It will take a couple of more quarters for it to balance out the book of the mortgage company, but that's expected given that the market cap is such a big thing. It will not take time. I still think ICICI will be the star, followed by Axis, and my dark horse play here is IDFC First Bank. Watch out for the results over there. They could be very, very strong. Also, another one of my small picks has been DCB Bank. There's a big dividend coming along with capital infusion by the promoters. These 3-4 stocks could be good performers from here. You rightly pointed out, actually, PSUs have taken the cake as far as stock outperformance, but I think now it merits to look at the large cap private banks where results will be very, very key going forward.
I wanted to get in your thoughts then as to what the outlook is, Sanjiv, when it comes to the latest news reports within the entire telecom space. Of course, news has been floating on this for quite some time. So the latest ET report indicates that Bharti Airtel is in talks to buy Vodafone's 21% stake in Indus, and they may get a controlling interest as well.
Well, Awan, as a disclosure, that 210 was somewhere where we put out a big buy report on Indus based on the quarterly results. Based on their provisioning which they had done for Vodafone and where the write back came, because any process of raising funds for Vodafone was a win-win for Indus Tower. I still think it's an excellent model which is played out on a market cap of 99,000. They have a cash of 11,000, 12,000 crore. This company was sitting very, very cheap at those prices. Yes, now with Bharti taking stake, it will be a win-win for both. I think Bharti consolidates, becomes the largest shareholder. It gives it more, power of holding the largest network of towers. Secondly, for Vodafone PLC, they can now actually put in that money fresh into Vodafone, given that they've been able to get such a super response. So I think in the end, it's a win-win for both. The pricing will be a little bit difficult because Indus Tower has been a star performer. We think that this stock can be a very, very big play given the change of constituents, and then one person getting full control will be even more value added to that. But in all, I would say it's a win-win for Vodafone Idea and the group companies of AB Birla.
Okay, fair enough. That's the view coming in on those telecom names. Meantime, what's the outlook when it comes to Cipla? Pretty positive brokerage view. They have got Investec maintaining a buy, and they believe that there is a possibility of upgrades down the line for FY 25-26. Cipla, and if we had to extend it, Sanjiv, to some of the other pharma majors?
So, Avan, Lupin, Dr. Reddy, Cipla have been our top picks. And, Cipla, purely people missed what's the action of Seriflow as far as Europe goes. Their brand over there has taken off like how. And I think they are gaining more and more market share because that is where the brand value has really encashed. And some of parts, it is arguably at a cheaper valuation than most of the other large caps. We continue to think the decline should be a buy, but the actual buy was when it came to 950 for couple of FIs, a couple of observations by the FDA, and that is when it was a real screaming buy, below 1,000. The stock has been a very, very steady performer. I don't rule out 1,500 coming in this, but yes, it is a core portfolio stock. But our topic continues to be Lupin, which we think can give you 50% upside, and Dr. Reddy is the second line, with Cipla being the third.
Sanjiv, we were just anticipating, Nikunj and I, whether, this is turning out to be that curvature moment like we saw just coming out of COVID, or in fact when N. Chandra actually took over at the Tata Group. Is the same kind of happening with the AB Group as well? We were marking the stock performances, and Vodafone, of course, is something that we've already talked about. But from the March 19 lows, Century Textiles is up 37%. AB Capital has given a 28% return. AB Fashions is up 28%. Hindalco up 15%. Grasim, Ultratech have all given decent returns. Maybe not as much Ultratech. But, for a erstwhile only commodity conglomerate, they've expanded quite a fair bit, and very positive news flow as well off late, of, value unlocking clearly.
Correct, Aisha, and I am fully with you on your assessment. Superb work done by you. And Nukim, this is the unlocking for Aditya Birla Capital, which was supposed to be a pure cement, aluminium play, and on, largest market share as far as Ultratech, Grasim as far as BSF. Look at how AB Capital has come back. Look at how ABFRL. Just see the market discount. 25,000 crore market cap on brands like Alan Solly, Louis Philippe, Pantaloon, Peter England, American Eagle, Van, you name it and it's there. And you'll have a trend on the other side, given the pedigree of the Tatas. I'm not taking a full case, but at 1.5 lakh, and this at 25,000, there is a vast discount. Given that this capital infusion is going to put more and more strength in the business, their marketing, and they have already, done a couple of good acquisitions. I think ABFRL is my stock for the year after Vodafone. And we, as a disclosure, we own both of those. We think these are going to be the stocks for watching out because the businesses are unique. It is, and the advent of aspiration to rise from the small tier to the next tier, as far as apparels go, has no comparison. Apparels is also like a personal choice, and ABFRL caters to all type of needs, from the lower end to the higher end in the brands which they have. This stock is ready to 350 and maybe more over this year. But I definitely think you should be invested in this. As a disclosure, both of these and AB Capital are three of the stocks. You should also watch out for ABSL AMC. That hit a 52-week high yesterday.
On that note, thanks so much for joining in and sharing with us your outlook on the markets.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.